The biggest item that we'll be tracking next week is the long-awaited meeting between US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. The two world leaders will be meeting in Helsinki on July 16th, and that's just days after the NATO summit that will be taking place in Brussels, which Donald Trump will also be in attendance for. The two presidents have plenty to discuss, and certainly topping their list of things to talk about will be US sanctions against Russia, which came into effect in 2014 but got revamped this year in April. Other things they'll certainly be talking about is the ongoing conflict in Syria, and also potentially arms control, when either side might bring up the Intermediate Nuclear Forces Treaty. And finally, they could be talking also about the build-up of forces along the European borderlands. Early next week, we'll be keeping close eyes on Istanbul, where on July 9th, Recep Tayyip Erdogan will be sworn in for another term as Turkey's president. In addition to his swearing-in ceremony, which will be taking place in front of 17 other heads of state, we'll also see the appointments announced for Turkey's 16-person cabinet. We're not quite sure who will be up for running yet, but we know they're likely to be seasoned bureaucrats with a technocratic background. And Erdogan has already stated that he'll be recruiting from outside his own AKP party, and that the key criteria for selection will be competency. And finally, next week, the governments of Austria and Germany will be meeting with Italian officials on July 12th to discuss a comprehensive range of measures designed to disrupt irregular immigration to the European Union. Rome is highly critical of the Dublin system, which effectively returns migrants to the first place in which they entered the European Union, and the Italians are unlikely to play ball unless they can get certain concessions. This might be enhanced funding to help protect European borders, it might be assistance from other Mediterranean countries to manage the immigration problem, or it might be increased support to stem the migrant flow from Libya.